So the way in which I try and remember, knowledge is something that you know. So knowledge is known. Perception is given. You can give somebody else your perception, but it doesn't necessarily mean they know what that means. Because all the pieces of information that went into creating that perception may not be shared with other people, because you've lived your life in a certain way. You've had certain influences on your life that have influenced and shaped your ideas and your perceptions. So to say that knowledge is something that can be shared, more accurately, it's a perception that's been shared. Somebody can know something, but it's based on their ideas and their beliefs. To say that you know something based on somebody else's perception is a bit of a falsity, is a falsehood, it's a misunderstanding. It is basing it on something external to you, as opposed to a belief that you hold, or an idea or a perception that you hold. So a lot of people form beliefs around things based on perceptions that they're given, that they call knowledge. Perceptions, for example, about the shape of the world or the shape of the earth are all perceptions. How do you know? You can't really have a perception outside of what you can see, what is shaping your perception from the inside. Things can also shape your perception from the outside, but it all formulates within. So the shape of the earth is an interesting argument, because people are adamant that what they believe is true, that what they believe is actual true knowledge. But knowledge is something that you know, perception is something that you share. So all these people are really sharing is a perception, a shared perception that the earth is a certain way. But if you ask them, for example, where are you perceiving this from? Where are you perceiving the shape of the earth? Considering it's such a mass, it's a massive thing that you can't view from a single point from where we are. How do you perceive the total shape of it? It's impossible. If you changed your perception, i.e. you went up you took a rocket and went up, you're changing your perception, but you're still not getting the total gravity of it. You're simply going higher up. How high would you need to go before you could see the totality? Be able to observe it with your own eyes, and not through the eyes of a third party, through a camera, a picture, a video. Because anyone can show you their perception. Somebody can point at a SpaceX, a NASA, Blue Origin video and say, look, this proves it. This is the knowledge that this is the shape of the earth. But it doesn't prove anything. It's a perspective. This perspective is based on these images, these videos. Now other people could do the same thing. They could get videos, they could put videos together, they could draw pictures, they could create animations and say, no, this is the shape of the earth. It's still a perspective, it is still not a concrete fact. I think that's what the argument is over. Who has the concrete fact that you can't argue with the shape of the earth, but you can, because people do. So it's perspective versus nothing that is known. Knowledge is held within. You can show your perspective on that, but you can't actually share the knowledge. You can't make somebody know what you know, because you have different influences, different things that mold your perspective.